She often feels a headache, grabbing her hair as if she's performing for an audience of one, ending up looking like a little bald spot. With no choice, she dons awake, bravely follows classmates to a bar, feeling like a leaf blown away. Classmates swarmed little groups, and Ryan felt like a forgotten menu. Everyone noticed everything but her until she finally graduated. She thought growing up would change her fate, but as soon as she started working, she realized she was still a transparent person. Even her boss forgot she existed and tossed his coat onto her head. Ryan could only force a smile to keep her $3,000 job, but her co-workers treated her like she was the heir, completely ignoring her on her way home from work. When she ran into an acquaintance, she thought of saying hello, but instead, she drowned in the noise, like a petal falling to the ground. The only warm feeling Ryan had came from her caring father, but even that felt as stale as expired milk. Yet when she visited her father in the hospital, she found him lying there quietly, looking like a sleeping mummy. When she found no signs of life, she almost ran for a doctor, but thankfully it was just a little prank. Finally relaxed, she pulled out her father's favorite bread, but almost choked on it instead. She rushed to get help, only to find the staff caught up dealing with other party animals. By the time the staff were free, her father had already choked and was gone, making the whole scene feel like a bad comedy. Ryan was in complete denial about her father's departure and was just about to cry her heart out when she almost got hit by a bike. Seeds of anger quietly took root in her heart. Every painful encounter was like adding weight on her shoulders. When her anger peaked, Ryan vowed to give all those who made her mad a taste of real soul-shaking surprise. At her father's funeral, as the eldest daughter, she arrived late, as if she were in a drawn-out comedy. She showed no signs of grief. Instead, she seemed to be waiting for the party to conclude. Then her father's will was read, and everyone bade a permanent farewell, an ultimate requirement. After the funeral, the warm reception from relatives felt like an endless hot pot, while Ryan was once again overlooked. After becoming neighbors with Julia, the stubborn headache crept back once more. During dinner, her greatest fear came true. Her sister called her name, but Julia obviously didn't even notice. Her sister planned to sell the house their father left, and Julia volunteered to be the real estate expert. Ryan could only sigh quietly. The house held their family memories, but now had to be sold off. Ryan found it hard to accept. Why does her sister get to leave for abroad so easily while Ryan is left speechless? Just thinking about the matter of selling the house made Ryan want to unleash all her anger onto Julia. A $3,000 monthly salary barely covers living costs. Selling her house spells disaster. Ryan decided to take the initiative and ask her boss for a raise, even though she was apparently stable. She knew she had no real accomplishments, just labor pains, but after all these years at the front desk, shouldn't she get a promotion? But her boss didn't remember her at all, even mistaking her for another colleague. After racking his brain for a long time and still being unable to recall, the boss simply turned down Ryan's request. To make it sound reasonable, the boss gave Ryan an impromptu lecture on internship skills. She tried to be attentive, and Ryan memorized the tips. Once back at her desk, she noticed it was piled high with packages. An applicant strolled in, chatted a bit with the boss, and landed the job effortlessly, leaving Ryan green with envy. This job was handed to someone else like candy, while Ryan felt like a ghost, completely overlooked. Unable to hold back her anger any longer, she decided to vent on her new co-worker, following him with a knife. But due to her lack of finesse, she accidentally cut her own hand instead, a total fail. Ryan went out for a walk to clear her mind, only to find Julia's ads plastered everywhere. Looking at Julia's sunny smile, Ryan felt like throwing up. Suddenly her chronic headache recurred. She impulsively pulled her hair, ripping out a handful. She hurried to the mirror, leaving her dog behind in panic. It was too late when she remembered. Ryan howled as she returned home, silently burying her dog. All her plans to quit drinking seemed to do nothing to stop the next tragedy from unfolding. Ryan decided to confront Julia, aiming to share all the grievances she had accumulated over the years. Yet Julia clearly had no recollection of any of it. Afflictions really do come as expected. Stop right there. I really don't matter in your life. Ryan felt crushed. Everything is just about you. In the past, you hardly existed. This is truly nauseating, and in an instant, Ryan's anger evaporated. Julie shrugged and disappeared back into her little group. Rowan felt a blow to her heart, utterly helpless. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Rowan muttered to herself, hoping to ease her pain.